The decisions that I make when I'm ovulating are just not a reflection of who I am as a person. Do you know what I mean? Ignore that TikTok sound. That's like the dryer in my bathroom, drying the bathroom out. Anyway, I was supposed to be in Odaiba approximately, I don't know, an hour ago. But you know, you're just having such a great day that you don't want to risk someone ruining it. That's the kind of day I was having. I was supposed to meet this guy in Odaiba like an hour ago. We're supposed to be going to Joyopolis. He doesn't live here, so I'm just like, not to be like rude or like disrespectful of anyone's time, but like enjoy Joyopolis. Like, I'm obviously late, but you could still enjoy Joyopolis, right? Like, I don't need to be there for that. And we're like on a friend team, so it's not like I need to impress a man or anything. Not that I've ever concerned myself with impressing a man. I just put my shoes on and I don't have any mascara on. These glasses are not coming off. They are now officially a part of the look. Anyway, moving on. I am like still an hour away and I'm gonna stop and get something to eat because I'm starving. This is about to be a very chaotic vlog. Let's do it. First, let me say, I never hang out with like male tourists. And I feel like the fact that it's brick outside, the fact that I'm like late, I feel like this is really all like God is giving me so many reasons why I don't do that. One and done. But like, I'm already here. One and done. So the vent is on. Sorry about that. Should we talk about the date last night? First of all, I'm using the term date very loosely. So let me tell you why I'm never going to see this man again. So we matched on Hinge. He said he was in town for a little bit. Cool, we were talking. He was like, can we kick it? Now, kick it is very open-ended, and I don't like people who can't just say what they want. So I asked him, I said, when you say kick it, what do you mean? He said,
I really enjoy going to a different country and making friends with people who live there, like the locals.
I was like, okay, but hold on. I am going to circle back to that comment a little later, but I was like, okay, normally that would turn me off, except I'm not proud of this, guys. But I was ovulating. And you know what? If I'm being honest, I just feel like the decisions that I make when I'm ovulating are just not a reflection of who I am as a person. Do you know what I mean? If I wasn't ovulating, as soon as he said kick it, I would have just stopped responding because use your words. But I'm like, you know what? This guy does seem pretty normal. He was fun to talk to. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I was like, I'm gonna hang out with this guy, and if he doesn't do anything to annoy me, I'm gonna sleep with him. Like, that was just in my mind. Cool. So that was the day before. So then we made plans for the next day. The next day came. I was no longer ovulating. Now, how did I just skip like 18 steps in my skincare routine? I was gonna do a peel. I'm so annoyed at myself. Okay, hold on. As a seasoned professional yapper, I should know better than to try to do anything important while yapping, but whatever. Anyway, I'm no longer ovulating, and so now I don't want to go anymore. Like, now I'm completely turned off. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to go. But I'm like, let's see. Like, you know, I have a really weird ovulation cycle. It goes up and down. I'm like, he's cute, he's knowledgeable, he seems intelligent. Like, we had like really weird niche things in common, which was fascinating. I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna give it a try, right? Okay, cool. So we were supposed to meet at 4 p.m. At 1 o'clock, I messaged him. I said, hey, are we still meeting at 4? It was like maybe 1:30, 1:45. Are we still meeting at 4? I don't hear from him. I'm like, okay, well, if I don't hear from him at 2:15, I'm gonna assume we're not meeting. 2:15 comes, he didn't say anything. I'm like, bet, this works out perfectly. I'm no longer ovulating. I don't have to feel bad about canceling, because though I don't really care if I'm mean to a man or not, or if I disappoint a man or not, I, as a person, just don't want anyone to think of me as like flaky. So I was happy to not have to cancel. At like 2:20, so just right after the cutoff, he messages me. He's like, hey, yeah, we're still meeting. Like, what's up? And I remember that he did tell me that he was doing something until like 2:30 or so, 2:45. So I was like, oh, he probably was in that thing, and that's why he couldn't respond. So I'm like, oh, all right. And so I'm like, okay, well, I'll just be a little late then. Because at this point, it's like, by the time I see the message, it's like 2:50. I'm like, and the place is like an hour for me. So I'm like, oh, like, I'm going to be a little late then. And he says,
oh, I'm actually going to be a little late too.
Why are you going to be late? And I was going to be late, and I messaged at 1:30. You're going to be late, and you're not even messaging until I'm messaging you. And that wasn't even the first thing you said when you messaged me. Now I'm really turned off. Now I'm like, do I want to go? Anyway, we're supposed to meet at 4. I don't get there until 6:15. I'm like very late because I don't want to go. Like, I was kind of dragging my feet at that point, and I got a little bit lost, and I wasn't feeling it. But I get there, and he's cool. Like, it was very chill. I will say it definitely felt like affronting, which is cool. We're going to circle back to that later. We're leaving. We're walking to the train station, and he says,
what are you doing tomorrow? I mean, not like I want to hang out with you or anything.
I'm going to have to beg your pardon on this one. Let me tell you why this turned me off, for a couple of reasons, and not the reasons you might be thinking of. So I was telling my friend this story last night, and I was telling her the thing that really pissed me off about that is, like, he wasn't even saying it to be rude. He was saying it because he clearly wanted to hang out with me again, but he didn't want to seem like he wanted to hang out with me again. And to me, that's even worse. I would have preferred if he was saying it to be rude. But I'm just like, and I said that to him. When he said it, I said, that's a really interesting way to tee up that question, but okay. And he didn't say anything back after that, but I'm just like, who raised you niggas? Like, what? Hold on, let me get my lip stuff. And then what I think was so interesting, after that, I feel like all the red flags started to appear. One, after he said that, okay, so the whole time I feel like he wasn't flirting with me, which was fine, because again, fronting. I was the one being a predator, talking about some, I'm like, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. But then after he said that, and I said what I said, I feel like he changed his mind. Like, he then tried to make it a bit more like romantical than platonic. And I'm just like, that's absolutely, you've already missed your opportunity with me. You've already missed your opportunity with me. Then we were talking, and I was telling him like the importance of solo dates, because so many people don't know what their favorites are. Like, they don't know what their favorite things are in this world because they've never really interrogated themselves before. And so he started asking me like, so what's your favorite this? What's your favorite that? And so then I said, well, what's your favorite country that you've ever been to? He said, I've only been to 3 countries. So why did you say earlier you enjoy making friends in new countries? I'm so sorry. I just feel like 3 is not a large enough number for you to enjoy a certain travel thing. Like, I just feel like that's not a large enough sample group. So I was like, so now I'm just like, so then you didn't want to make friends with somebody in a new country. That's not something that you normally do. Like, everything just started falling apart for me. And I'm like, yeah, good on you. Cool. In my mind, I already knew I was gonna see him again. Okay, and so the next day was his birthday, right? So then that night, he was like, hey, message me when you get home. Cool. I messaged him when I got home. We had a little kiki. That was that. We stopped responding. Cool. The next day, like towards the evening, I was so swamped with work. I literally was editing all day that day. And so he had like messaged me actually pretty early in the day, but I just hadn't seen it. And so when I saw it on my phone, he asked like, oh, like, are you free today? Like, should we go out? And in my mind, I'm thinking, but yesterday you said you didn't want to hang out with me. Clocked. Let's move on. So I sent him 3 messages. So let me tell you what happened. So he sends me 2 messages. The first one is, you're... And then he said, you know, are you still free today? Do you want to go out? So I send him your back in response. And then I send happy birthday because it was his birthday, right? Cool. Then I sent a 3rd message. Hey, I'm not going to be able to go out tonight. Like, I've been working all day and I'm tired. And in my mind, I wasn't even really that tired. I was just so turned off by the experience, but I wasn't about to be like totally rude on his birthday. Whatever. The 3rd message doesn't go through. So all he gets is your and happy birthday. He then responds, oh, cool. I met another couple and they want to come out with us too. Another what? I'm so... First of all, and my friend pointed this out to me, even if all he saw was your and happy birthday, that doesn't really correlate to, yes, I still want to hang out with you. Like, that's, I responded to his your and then I said happy birthday. Like, that's not a proper correlation. But also, you was so pressed to tell me yesterday you didn't want to hang out with me today. Stand on that. 10 toes. Get the pinkies in for balance. Like, what are we talking about right now?
He thought he wasn't gonna have to stand on shit like he was handicapped. Made that nigga stand on it. Now his ass can't stand me now.
So I'm like, oh, I'm just seeing my 3rd message and it's saying I actually can't go out. And he was like, oh, yeah, oh. Men are not okay, and that just can no longer be my problem. And it's normally not my problem, but literally I was ovulating, and truly, I feel like I just make some of the worst decisions when I'm ovulating as far as like dating and like men go. God needs to just hurry up and send my husband fast, fast, fast. Enough about boys. Let's talk about something that actually matters. You guys, I have been feeling, obviously you guys know I'm on YouTube. I started in July 2024. I started back on YouTube after not even thinking about YouTube videos for like, I don't know, 7 years. Cool. I had great traction, great success. I feel like everything was like going really, really well. And then December hit and then there was like a shift. And I don't know. Lately I've been feeling like a little dejected. I don't know. Like, as somebody who has like started and stopped YouTube so many times, and I'm always like, oh my gosh, if I would have just powered through that like low moment, I would have been so much further along by now. So like, I'm trying to like power through it right now, but it's hard. Ugh, my gosh, it's hard. And I kind of struggle with like being disciplined, like on my own. And so like when things get hard, sometimes I'll be like, I'm ready to quit. And there are like some other external factors that play into that as well. Hold on, I'm about to turn off my heat. I'm always scared to like turn off my heat the day I'm going on vacation, because what if I forget to turn it back on and then my apartment is just cold and then I get back and it's cold and I'm like, you know. I'm doing my nails. These are just like press-ons, but I always put a layer of builder gel and top coat and cure the press-on, so it's doing a whole song and dance right now. Anyway, I literally, this morning, one of my scheduled videos just went out, and I'm like scared to see how it's done. And it was also just something really different from me. It's not the type of thing I normally do. And it was a short video. Short videos, whenever I post a short video, I feel like they don't perform the way they need to. Like, a shorter video needs to, I feel like, overperform. But as somebody who's trying to like make YouTube a genuine source of income, it's kind of like, I kind of look at it as like a part-time job, right? And so I feel like what I'm experiencing is like what I would experience if I was doing poorly at a part-time job, right? I want to remind myself, it's literally just a job, and I don't want to think of it as anything more than that, because I feel like I'll just make myself sick obsessing over things that are just so out of my control. I need tweezers. These are the nail color. These are way too long for me, but whatever. These are the nail color. It's like a taupey color, right? And I have some add-ons. I have some add-ons in pink and in gold. Clearly, I love the gold ones. And then I have these colorful add-ons, but I don't think these fit the vibe of the taupe, so it'll probably wind up being pink. Anyway, I'm also just now seeing I did not charge this camera. As you saw me packing, your girl is going on a little staycation. I'm going to Yokohama. I just need to get out of the city for just a little bit. I'm going to Yokohama because the last time I went, if you guys watched that vlog, I thought that I could just pull up to the cup noodle factory and they were like, baby girl, you needed a reservation for this. So I made my reservation and I'm going. But literally that, and like I do kind of want to go to like their ramen alley. But those are the only two things I plan on doing. Like I plan on just like super aggressively resting. But even then, like, am I really even going to be resting? I'm going to be filming for YouTube. Okay, it's like 10:45 right now. I need to finish my nails, do a dash of makeup, get dressed, and finish packing and head to the train station so I can make it to Yokohama by 2. So that leaves me, what, 2 hours to do all of that? Can it be done? And I also need to eat and take my trash out. Okay, maybe I should lock in.
Hey babes, let me ask y'all a question. If I started a mini series just dedicated to all of the dates that I go on out here in Japan, would you guys be interested in that? I've been playing around with that idea for a while now, but the main thing that's been stopping me is even though I'm in Japan, all of the people that I go out with are not Japanese. And it's not because I have anything against dating a Japanese person. I would love to date a Japanese person. I've talked about this on my channel before. I feel like the kind of Japanese men that I like are only interested into Japanese women, which fair enough. But I feel like, yes, we're in Japan, but that doesn't mean there's only Japanese people here. So dating in Japan is still valid, even if the men I'm dating aren't Japanese. Do you guys get what I'm trying to say? Anyway, let me know in the comments below if that would be a mini series you guys would be interested in watching. And stay tuned for my next video. It's going to be me going to Yokohama for a cute little staycation. And I'm going to dive more into how that YouTube thing turned around because it kind of shocked me. Low key. Click the video that you see on the screen because YouTube told me that you wanted to watch it, okay? Don't make YouTube a liar. Jane.